I'm sorry. I should have had this recording. I'm sorry, family. Go ahead.
Okay, what I was saying is the Countess of Mecklenburg has arrived, and now she is sitting on her throne, and all these beings must step aside because they have no rightful place on our land in the first place. Their time is up, and they know it, and we know it, and all the little people are going to learn it. Islam, Ashe. I'm
Ashe.
for that. I love it. I was trying to get my video. Here I am, finally.
Any questions for the noble? While I got you, matriarch. He's being vetted today.
Yes,
Two of them.
yes. I saw him come from the beginning. Praise the Lord. We have praise the Lord, praise Shekinah. Thank the creators for sending Empress Ninti our way and having a brother to hear her message. And he is really impressed about your message, sister.
That's so touching, isn't it? That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's how you know that it's a chosen. It's like they say, those that have the ear will hear you. Those that don't have the ear, they can't hear me. So it's wonderful feeling to, have you all that can hear the message that I'm saying, because I was gonna say it regardless. Life under threat and all. So it's a blessing to, finally be connecting with the soul tribe, the true soul tribe. That's something that, that's our true family. That's something that I can't even connect to some in my own blood family the way I can connect.
Yes. I
That
see you.
that is a great I'm just grateful. Ashe.
I'm grateful also because I have been looking for you for years. And I do mean years. Because when the prophet said at the back of his mandate that there is one coming behind me who's going to straighten out all this mess, and I said, oh, I'm looking for a woman. I've been in all these temples with men, no women. I don't mean no women, I mean no leadership, women in leadership. And then I found you, and I'm not letting you go. Ashe.
Ashe.
I'm not letting y'all go either.
Yes,
144, they say is all we need. 144,000.
144,000, yes.
So that will turn the tide of the millions. And we have
Yeah.
been turning the tide ourselves with at least 13 of us doing our rituals, calling on the ancestors. We are the ones that's invoking this change that's happening. Despite of
Yes.
what the false media news is saying, there is a change that's happening in the universe. Ashe.
Ashe.
Okay. Umar, Noble Umar, any questions for the vettee? We got two vettees, so let's get going, everybody.
Give me just a second, Your Majesty. I'm sorry.
Turn this upside down, see if I have any better.
What was the brother saying?
Go ahead, Morris, with the vetting.
Oh, I was asking the brother exactly what was he looking for personally from joining this nation? What is it that he hopes to accomplish?
Oh, just to join a body of Moors.
have my indigenous rights respected. I'm doing this for my children. I got 3 children. I just had my son home birth. I
Hey,
delivered them.
congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. Delivered them myself. Just me and my wife.
Oh, wow.
So
Congratulations.
it's really for him because, you know, he don't got no birth certificate or none of that. So, yeah, it's for him.
Free. That's awesome.
Yes.
Look like
there are.
General
I'm sorry.
Saru came on.
There are many different groups of Moors out there. Most of them temple affiliated, and a lot of them are pretty much submersed in trying to involve themselves in commerce. We're trying to, I guess you can say, establish a separated government. Well, it's been established, but to have it, I guess, majorly respected, which means that you can say completely separate ourselves from any of the U.S. corporations, entities, or anything like that. So the path isn't easy.
Yeah.
And, it's not like it's a guaranteed straight path for us. We get challenged regularly, all of us, in different ways. So is that an issue with you? It's not like we get documentation and everything just falls into place. We got to fight for this. So is that a problem with you right there?
Oh no, sir. I'm already living like that. I'm already facing those challenges. So
the fact that we do have controversy doesn't mean that we're on the wrong path. It actually means that we're on the right one, because we represent a direct threat to the U.S. corporation. So I just want you to know that it's not going to be easy. So we're going to have to soldier up, all of us. And it's going to get worse in the days to come before it gets better. So we need people in this nation who are strong, got a strong spine, and are willing to stand up in whichever way, spiritually for the most of us, physically for the rest, or however it may come.
Excuse me. When you're talking, can we see your face? I see your ear real good.
Who my ear?
I'm trying to make sure that people hear me. I got to hold the microphone to my mouth. I'm sorry about that.
We hear you well. But we see. Thank you.
All right. I'll stand back then.
I would say I'm here in Mississippi. I got KKK members right next door to me. So I'm in the midst, I'm right here, like I'm at war. Ain't nobody trying me.
Have your protection up. I was just talking about that. I just put protection in my yard. I'm gonna have to teach you how to do the same, especially.
I got Shrine of Issue, and
well, there you go.
I had a sacrifice done and all that. So,
okay. Who did you initiated with Ifa to do your sacrifice? No,
I'm not initiated.
Okay, who did the sacrifice for you?
It's a man by the name of Sri Eshu. He in Atlanta.
What is his background?
He's initiated
into
Ifa.
He's a Babalawo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. That was good. He protected you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I yield.
All right. Well, let me say this then. In regards to Her Majesty, this isn't a game that we're playing. No, I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to the Veti anyway. So this isn't a game that we're playing. Her Majesty is the real deal, and she is to be respected at all times. Now, I'm not saying go and throw fists with anybody that disagree, but understand that, you know, we will demand the highest level of respect for her and for this nation so we can be respected as well. So I need that to be understood. You know, I just want to say that. I probably had some more to say. I drew a blank. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no question.
Peace and love, everybody. My bad. I'm trying to multitask, cook, pack, and do laundry and stuff like that. So I'm here paying attention.
Peace and love. I have a question. I have two. One of them is about your zodiac, your birthday, and then I wanted to know with you and doing your sacrifice and things and anything outside of that, are you a part of anybody right now? Do you claim anybody? Are you affiliated with any tribes, nations, temples?
No, I ain't affiliated with any temples or nothing. No.
Have you filed any paperwork or anything? Have you started anywhere in that aspect?
Yeah, I did only thing I did when I filed a passport, I did not a US citizen with a statement attached to it that I'm a Moor. That's it.
When's your birthday?
June 5th, 92, Gemini.
Oh, look, I keep on doing this. I'm done with my food.
I had a question. How do you know about the Cherokee Nation of Moors? Like, how did you? What led you this way?
I just saw the Empress on YouTube, and I just been following her for some time now, just on YouTube.
So you mentioned 2 years. How long have you been knowing about any of this, or how long have you been studying?
I can say for about a year now.
So when you first found out, you found her on YouTube?
When I first found out what exactly?
Well, not necessarily found out, but when you discovered who you were, or something made you want to go find more information.
Yeah, I've been knowing that I'm a Moor for some time now, for at least 9 years.
So then you wanted to amplify your knowledge?
Yeah, just with all the beef amongst Moors, I never aligned myself with any particular organization.
And now you think it's time to do that?
So you feel the love. You feel the Empress love, right?
For sure.
Okay.
No, go on and say it.
That's what it is.
It's all good, more. Hey, you know, I've dealt with a lot of people on my path here, but you know, I remember it was a recorded voice message that I heard one time. This is the first time I ever heard the Empress's voice, and even then, right there, I felt her energy through that message, and I knew that this is where I needed to be at. You know, so sometimes it just hits people like that. If you're already open and ready, then that energy, that love will find you. You know, so I can accept the fact that it didn't take much for him to understand that this is where he needed to be at.
Yeah.
Well, this is a discussion. Any other question, y'all? So we can go on to Chief.
What part of Mississippi are you in? Or did you say Mississippi?
Yeah, Biloxi, Mississippi.
That's in the South, right?
Definitely
Yeah.
gotta keep that protection.
Bottom of the bottom.
Next door to Alabama, next door to me.
Yeah. Yep, Mobile, Alabama, right there. 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Wow. That's wonderful. So you, this is Sister Mila. So you didn't join any Masonic groups or anything like that?
Oh, no, no, ma'am.
Okay, so you do a lot of reading and studying, do you?
He's a
Yeah.
Gemini.
Yeah, man, I'm a reader. Yeah.
You
I
read
do
with
have
the dictionary?
from RV Bay, I mean, but I haven't joined no particular group.
Say that again, please.
I said I do have a lot of books from RV Bay.
Oh, RV Bay Publications.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, we're not affiliated with them, although they do have some good information.
Yeah, I'm not affiliated with them either.
Right. So we're all about the truth and the bloodline. That's what we're about, getting back to our ancestral roots, not playing with it, because that's what people have been doing with us all along, showing us confusion. We're not about confusion. We're about straight to the point, uncut. The law is the law. Ancestors will provide and take care of whatever that comes our way that ain't right. This world will not be right until the Empress sits on her throne and there will be balance. You saw what happened yesterday. That was not balance. So in another lifetime, the Creator sent tornadoes like that 5 miles wide to wipe out everything. So it's time for us to get it right so we don't have that happen to us.
I'm sorry, what happened yesterday, matriarch?
Uh, five to seven states got touched by hurricanes, tornadoes, blisters, whatever, 20 miles wide. 20-mile long path, 20 miles long.
Oh, that wasn't nothing but the ancestor.
That's
Because
what
I
I'm
heard, I
saying.
heard rumbling and roaring outside my window because like I told you, I've been turning up these fires and stomping on the ground a lot. And I said, what is that? I thought it was like an aircraft. So I took my pendulum, I asked, I said, Great Mother, who is that? Is that an aircraft? The answer was no. I said, is that you all doing that? And she said, yes. It was so fast and so hard. That pendulum was like, yes. They was roaring. I could hear them like you could hear them roaring like outside. And the wind started blowing. I was like, wow. But I didn't know it was no tornadoes that happened. I just heard about Kentucky.
It happened all around. On the map, it was like 5 to 7 states lit up that had some destruction.
Ashe, why? That's what I'm talking about. They ain't playing.
They're not playing. And I just wanted to say that back in the Bible, if hurricanes, tornadoes came 5 miles wide, and that was just the precursor of what can happen, then it's time to let us take our rightful place for the whole place be torn up.
The tornado, the sirens start going off. I didn't know what was going on. I just got over here near Kansas City on Sunday. So I turned on the TV and they all panicking and the rain is coming down hard. And that the ancestors, they had me to do this in 360 degrees. 360 degrees. Do you know in this territory, there was no touchdown. There was no destruction, even though they said that the storm was on the ground. So we are the gods. So you demonstrate that. Just like in the story, they say, Master, there was a storm, and the master was sleeping, and he awoke and said, peace be still. This power also dwells in each of us, who we call the ancient ones. Let us not forget.
Islam, who's speaking?
Greetings, Mother Amelia. This is Chief Anukim Ra. I am of the Kemoth Ra Nation. We are of the Ouachita Moors, the ancient ones. I am from the Louisiana Territory, currently here in the Missouri Territory, helping tribal members and families with foreclosure, and they're being kicked out of their house by these foreign agents. I have been mindful of Her Majesty for quite some time. Before I felt the love, I saw the love, because like myself, she's a doer, and doers demonstrate, and doers demonstrate with competency. And when I saw the Empress in her demonstration, and I saw the agents begin to, how they do to us, I knew that soon I would be by her side. We would be in alignment and in treaty forever. This is the will of the gods.
Ashe.
And this is why I'm here.
I'm just agreeing. Go ahead, Noble.
Yes, and this is why I'm here, Empress. To be a doer. And they will say, the nation of Cherokee Moors, they show the love. How? Because they have reclaimed the land. They have done what the ancestors charged us to do, and that is to build our nation.
Yes, indeed.
Ashe, Ashe wa, yes.
Ashe.
Ashe.
I love you, Empress.
Love you more. All right, Moors.
I got the last question, I guess, Empress.
Okay, go ahead.
Peace and love. This is General Saru. I'm the general of Her Majesty's Army, her military. And the only question I ever have is, well, it's not even exactly a question. It's a requisite. Being a man coming forth into this nation, one of the requisites is that you will have to participate in one shape or form in Her Majesty's military. You don't have to per se be on the front lines. You can do something else if you know that's your bag. But as a man, being a protector, that's a requisite for this nation. And like I said, I just need to know, you know, if you're all right with that.
Question.
Excellent question.
Oh, hold on. I just peeped. He has my last name too, Lorenzo Henderson Bay.
Yes, sir.
That's my last name, Henderson.
Yes, sir.
In California.
When you see the warriors of Cannibals Ra wearing this, when you see the warriors of Cannibals Ra wearing this, you will know that they are there in the law of retort. You will know the ancient ones are mighty in valor, and mighty in competence. Yes, brother.
No question.
Rally up.
Ashe. That's a confirmation. Beautiful. Any other questions for the Vedis?
He said when you see the ancient ones wearing this, and I cannot see what this was. I
Yes,
heard it.
brother. One, this is a symbol of our tribal trust and our armed forces. This is a symbol, as soon as I complete my journeys in Washington, so our armed forces, this is our pendant. This pendant is ancient, as you know, and we're prepared to defend. One of our pen is mightier than 1,000,000 usurping colonizers. Let me tell you this. And so it will always be, Your Majesty. So it will always be.
Ashe. One pen is pushed back 1,000,000. That was great.
So I have a question. So who brought you brothers to the tribe? Who recommended you to the tribe? This is a question for both of y'all.
I don't think anyone recommended me. I think I've just been reaching out to the Empress for quite some time, and I saw the notice, and she gave me the email link and told me to come next Sunday, and so now I'm here.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Ashe, Ashe.
Oh yeah, my bad. My last question, and it's more like a statement. I don't know if anyone has said this yet, but make sure when you're joining this tribe that it's not because you're looking for a passport or an ID. You come to this tribe expecting to give something in return, put some energy into the tribe, build it and make it move forward. Don't come and suck from it in order to, you know what I'm saying, for basically personal situations. That's all I had. Because we've been putting a lot of work. Empress has been working tirelessly. Some of us have been with Empress here like 4 or 5 years now, and more. So you know we take this real serious.
Yes, brother. I'm definitely with you there. Yeah, I do realize there will be babes that are drawn into their natural states. Myself, when I get pulled over, they give me a business card and apologize. Now, if that changes, I'll let you know, Your Majesty. But this is my tribal Cherokee Nation card. And I know there will be younger brothers who are not at that level. So I am here to assist in whatever capacity is needed to bring them further along as you brothers bring us all further along in alignment with the crown.
I got a question. What was that you just showed?
That is my Cherokee Nation tribal ID.
Okay.
So you with the Cherokee or the Washita Noble?
We are the Ouachita, Your Majesty. Q, the OUACHITA. We
Okay.
do recognize our family, Ouachita, Godmother, as we all bloodline. Yes.
Anybody want to share with the recent discovery about Doug Demonia? Or should we do that at a later date? Matriarch, you want to enlighten him briefly?
You're muted, matriarch.
The Amaru de Dugdamania was recently found to be from Western Africa. So their roots are from Western Africa, and as we are the Aborigines of this land here. Islam.
Ashe. We'll go into more depth on that at a later date. Just wanted to clarify in the beginning, Chief, you said Washita, but it's all good. Just want to have clarity.
Yes, the OUACHITA.
Okay, got you. All right, we'll get deep into that probably on a private call and see how we can come together and unify the tribes. Currently, in this last year, I have discovered not only my tribal side, but my imperial side of my lineage and the connection that I have had, which it comes out in my work and in my demonstrations, like with the flag and, you know, that's my great great grandmother on that flag. Now, originally, years ago, when I found that flag crest, I didn't know. I didn't know that was even in my lineage at all. So fast forward, we have made leaps and bounds in this last year, and divination has revealed many things. I don't do anything unless I divine first or my Babalawo gives me the okay and does a reading about it. So there's a lot that I have found out. There's a lot that I know for sure. So all we need is a decree from the Royal High Court, which I hold that seat, the highest seat on the land, and that's a lineage. Little did I know what I was doing, what would someday reveal that that is exactly what my ancestors did. So it's gotten a lot easier in these last few months just by knowing who I am as far as the lineage, the names, and exactly where I came from. So for me, it was like, you know, a roller coaster emotionally because so much was done in my family line, in my lineage. And so now it's so much that has to come back and get corrected through me, my family line and lineage. So all we need is to come together, and a royal decree from the high seat, from the 6 royal courts has been resurrected. And as you know, our claim and our lineage is proclaimed at the Library of Congress. I communicate not daily, but is getting more and more 2-3 times a week with the international courts and world leaders. So I'm taking my place and my seat in the affairs of things, in the affairs of Moors. That's the imperial side. My great greats are the ones who built Washington, D.C., Pentagon, all of those things. So I was already moving in the capacity of the Royal High Court. Now it's like they know they can't tell me no. But the funny thing about it is they were answering my royal decrees knowing who I was. For the last 3 years I've been writing them. I started writing them right around 2018. They knew all along who I was by lineage, but I didn't know. Now I know. Now it gives me further confirmation to do what needs to be done and what's necessary, and to really push the envelope. Whereas before, if I run into an obstacle, I might slow down, try to figure out, knowing is the key, I'm telling you, because now I just don't hesitate. Off with their head. That's what I tell them. You don't want to listen? That's the seat of my great grandfather. They built that seat for you. You work for me, the army, all of that. So it's just a matter of time. And all it is a royal decree. Washington can't do nothing for you because they have to listen to me. Washington, all you have to do is show them a royal decree. You don't have to go to the UN or Washington or none of that. You get them a royal decree or I send it in and that's it. So this is what I'm getting comfortable with. This is, something to me also, but I know this is what I'm meant to do. It's easy for me. The ancestors give me the answers. I pray daily that they show me how to lead and how to rule as they did. Bring me the tools. As you once had, correct the record, put our family name back in the Bible. All of these things are happening, and it's just a matter of time. This is why I wanted to start coming out to the public again and reaching my people. I don't want to make the reclamation too expensive because I want the right soul tribe to show up. I don't want that to be a factor in us coming together. Ashe.
Gratitude, Empress.
Welcome, Nova. Any other questions for the tribe? I mean, any other questions going back and forth between the tribe and the new vetties? You all can have open conversation. I think the vetting session is pretty much over. So you guys can you all can get to know each other a little bit better. I'm gonna go and fix me something to eat.
For sure.
Y'all got any questions for us?
Oh, I got a question for the general of the military. I want to know more about the
Yeah, me too.
Ashe, she need to know about it, Mo.
How can we get active?
For sure.
The first step is getting completely into the tribe. You know what I'm saying, which is the finishing the vetting. I don't know if you guys did the testing or whatever, but it's a process getting integrated, but it's things are being formulated basically. So the further the tribe goes, the more that I can do to move the military forward. So right now we stacking bodies as the main thing. But I have a lot of protocol already written and established. You can get familiar with the rudder and sextant if you know what it is, and if you have it. Some of the rules and some of the things that are provided in the rudder and sextant will be adhered to, but there will be other things that the Empress wants that will be implemented, and there'll be things that I want that'll be implemented, and so it'll go down the line as such. And also, I don't know if he introduced himself, but Saru Umar, who is also a part of Saru clan, he is my second in command. We have numerous positions to be filled. You know what I'm saying? But Saru Umar has been with me for the longest, so I already know what's going on with them all. But like I said, there's plenty of positions open, but to be honest, we need some more that's ready for the activity. If you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
And for those, if you don't know my experience, my qualifications, I have done a tour in Iraq in the United States Marine Corps. If you need to know, yes, I have put rounds down range. I have done what I needed to do. So,
He's a sniper.
now Umar is the sniper. I can snipe, but I'm on the front line. I got to be in the action.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind picking them
It's
all.
funny y'all having this conversation because I was getting ready to email you all. I'll just tell you briefly on what you're going to be doing. I'm going to see the way that I've been sending you the royal decrees that's been going in to the Department of Defense. You're going to be CC'd in those emails, and your orders will be in those emails as well. So now, what we're doing is carrying out the writs. You all have to start preparing to come and wherever it is to go and carry out those writs. So you want to take the royal decree with the writ of execution to the sheriff, which the sheriff will already have a copy of it, and you're going to have them escort you to whatever location to carry out the writ of execution. If you need to learn how to carry out a writ of execution, you need to study up on that now. I was just going to email you, as a matter of fact, tonight. Ashe.
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 Also, Umar, I don't know if Empress, I don't know if she sent it to you, but I need to send you the decrees that she sent me. I forgot all about that.
Okay, you would have to, if she did send them, they would have to be resent because I had to. I basically had to start my Proton email account all over again because the one I had was compromised, so I had to delete it, and I started a new one. So I don't have anything on there right now.
Just telegram me your new Proton address, and
it's the same as the old one.
All right.
It's the same as the old. I'll send it to you, but it's the same as the old one.
All right, I got it then.
Make sure
I'll forward everything.
Your devices with a VPN, and the new nobles on the line, if you're interested in the joining Imperial Guard, you need to get a secure email and keep your communication secure with a VPN on your device. Preferably use a hard drive. The phones can easily be air tapped. Ashe.
Ashe.
I say, and one element I forgot, joining the Imperial Guard, there will be a second vetting, but the vetting is tailored completely different. It's more tailored to what we can find out about you, where we could place you, and where you would like to be placed. And also to find out about the person. We don't want somebody saying that they want to be, in the fire, but when that fire comes, they run it for cover. So we have to make sure that we have people in the correct position.
Okay. Has Your Majesty considered issuing a writ of execution to the Court of Surveillance in DC?
I'm sorry.
I was made aware that there was a court of special surveillance or private surveillance in DC where they get their private orders to do their surveillance via these networks and this technology. And
Mhm.
I imagine if we were to issue a writ to that court in the Chancery Division, that we could have a full accounting of all surveillance that's been done here now, non pro tonk since then, for the record to reflect that we do own those records and do have interest in those records actually, and we want all surveillance to cease and desist, and so on and so forth, Your Majesty.
Done. I handle it in the spirit realm. This is the level I want to start teaching before, before you even raise to a level of a magi and, in, military or martial arts. You have to hone in on your spiritual side because you can take down your adversary with the energy. You put the energy out before you go anywhere. That's what I'm teaching. And this is what I had to remember. Nobody taught me this. I was thrown in the fire by my ancestors. So I had to learn how to defend myself because I'm not going out like that. I'm not a quitter. So these are things that I know, that I know, that I know. They send in assassins every day almost to me. Coming in my house, they was coming in my cars. I had to learn spiritually how to stop this. So I know what I'm talking about. You can stop any threat with the invocation of the spirits, which is what you will need to do. This makes your job much easier. Now that I know my family name, I call upon them by name. 700 million warriors come forward. That's what you got to do. Y'all got to learn that. Imperial Army, General Saru Umar. I'm telling you, that is where your protection is. I don't even lock my door anymore. And the little flimsy door I got, I did this purposely because I had to see the ancestors show up for me. They made it a point for me to keep getting challenged so that I can see their power. This is what I want to teach our youth. They are going to have to carry the torch. They are going to have to take control and take the reins when we're ready to sit down. This is what they have to know. And this is what we have to know. I don't go out my door without putting the ancestors first. This is my life. This is important. I know y'all physical males, protectors, but you have to learn this skill because it is going to save your life one day if it hasn't been already. Ashe.
Ashe, Empress, will we have, in general, will we have a segment like the homies But do you know of the homies?
The Dahomey tribe
Yes.
is the Amazonian warriors, Amazon warriors.
No, they came from
I mean
Africa.
the Dahomey tribe. Yeah, the Dahomey tribe. I've read about them.
Question is, in time, will we have that?
That is an excellent topic for a full course in our academia. Our students, our children should learn the lineage of our tribal nation. Isn't it so? Of all lands, they should know their bloodline, they should know their blood type, and they should know that their blood has been on this land for eons.
Ashe. And that's what protects you. That's what they just told me earlier today. I was putting some protection. I dug some ditches in my yard. That's what they brought to me. That's what you just said. I said, oh, so that's how I've been protected all along. The same thing I just did, dug up, put my urine, put my herbs, put my invocation and my instructions down into the earth. They've been doing that for eons. That's how we are protected to this day on this land. Ashe.
Ashe. We don't need their arsenal. We have our ancestral arsenal. Yes, protection. That's why the pale faces called us witches, because we use our ancestral magic. Ashe.
All is mental.
It is. And once you see them show up and show their powers one time, you're hooked, because then the switch turns on and your Akashic records are awakened, and you will have it no other way but to continue with calling on them and continue that practice every day, like I had to do. This is where the power comes from. This is why I'm not in jail. This is why I'm not dead. This is why I'm, still able to come forward and keep fighting for all of us. I knew they were there all along, but I had not reached the level of majesty, a majesty as I am now. I had proven it to myself. I had to see it, keep seeing it. So it's spiritual, metaphysical, and the greater knowing. Once you turn that switch on, then you know. And that's how you will operate in your life. And you won't have a fear or care in the world, because you know that you are in the hands of millions who walked this earth before you did. Ashe.
Yes, Your Majesty. You see, it is because you have mastered walking in the dual realms. You see, walking in the spirit and walking in this dispensation, it takes great mastery, let me tell you. That is why they cannot follow us into the spirit realm. They are dead. They are dead entities. They cannot come to life. Now, if they choose to come to life, they cannot serve two masters, so they cannot be in the spirit and operate in this dispensation without the spirit. And those of us who know we are the spirit, and the spirits dwell with us and within us all the days of eternity, we realize the ancestors have been with us the entire time.
We are the ancestors.
We realize,
Reincarnated.
yes, we are
That's
one
good.
with who we are and who we were and who we will forever be, the Ancient of Days. Yes.
Ashe.
I love you.
This is what's so important about those divinations and the readings that I've gotten to just let me know that that's why I'm different. That's why I'm strange to some, because I'm an old soul and I'm reincarnated as my great great grandmother who ruled here on this land, America. Okay, so when I learned that, it's like, wow, I am doing the right thing. Those are confirmations. Those are words from the spirit realm. Those are confirmations that for me, it's a must to keep me going, to keep me strong, and to confirm that we are the same ones that been here. But you know what? I always hear in my mind, we not coming back. I got to get it done this time because it's work to be done in the outer realms. My family line controls one of the planets, Serpentaneous. So when I'm done here, I'm going there and I'm not coming back here. So we got to get the job done. I got to get the job done here. These are lessons, these are confirmations, and this is why I find it important to get divination readings a lot so that I don't make any more mistakes and that I do get things right this time. I'm going on my second Saturn return and I've been delayed. I feel like I've been delayed at least 10 years. So the order that went out just yesterday was to shut down everything until we come back to the table, until I am put in the place where my great great grandmother left off. That was running all monetary systems, the New York Stock Exchange, the SEC, United States of America, not the United States Corporation Company. It's two different entities. Those that violated started entities in the similar name and likeness of what was already here. So we talking about Empire State. The Empire State consisted of the seat of power, the world exchanges. And that's what the ancestors told me to get that back. That's where we have to, for me personally and my lineage, that's where it's all going to start for us and turn back around. And it seems that that's in conjunction with what the matriarch said, that Prophet Noble Drew Ali said. So let's pull that energy forward. We got to come back to the table. We are the ones that need to be at the head of that ship, and we got to get our people in these seats of power to begin to really control again and rule again. And they cannot come bring any ships or anything until they come to us, to the Royal High Courts and Empress Ninti, heir of the Americanis estate. They can't bring any ships over here. They have to redo the contracts because everything was done in fraud. So that's where we at now. And we have to be able to defend this word, these orders from the Royal High Court. We got to have feet on the ground to go execute writs. But first, I had to get y'all up to a level of spiritual protection. You got to have that spiritual protection, because even though we are in the right and we show up somewhere, you still have white supremacist groups. You still have opposition that not gonna like what we're doing, taking back over. So you have to be protected at all times. Ashe.
Okay.
Ashe. And and Empress Ninti, the way they did that was they used the letter of, and of means apart from.
Ashe.
The United States Department of the Treasury. They put that in there, that's how you know
Exactly.
it's public. It's two separate entities going on.
Exactly.
Exactly, like California, or you know what I'm saying, how they do that. It's the same exact way. That's gold fringe flag.
Yeah, it means you're in a state of being, but you don't really exist.
It's basically interregnum.
Yeah. And they knew they were sitting, they knew, divination says that they knew that they were just holding space until the air of the empire showed up again.
Yes.
All of those sitting in our seats of power, they know this. The attorneys know to back up when they see, our estate come forward. They know this. So when the ancestors brought it to me through dreams, divination, and by divine intervention, I was able to see so clearly what was actually going on. Now I can see. That's why they was coming secretly against me all the time.
Yes.
Because they can't do it in the open because they're in the wrong. They know they're in the wrong.
Right.
Shame.
Ashe, and that's when the Queen of England came over here and relinquished her Commonwealth because she knew the rightful heir had showed up and there was nothing that she could do anymore.
Ashe. She said she'll leave when the sons of God return. She said that.
Ashe.
You know what's funny is one of the statements that the so-called Queen of England made back when she was first on the throne was that she was simply holding it until the rightful owner showed up.
Wow, you gotta send me that one.
I forgot where I saw that. I'm gonna have to dig that out of my files if I can find it.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I was the one that sent that to you because I knew exactly what you was talking about when you said that. I knew exactly what yeah, that was years ago too when I seen that.
That sounds like something the Pope has said, that he's the vicar and I'm just holding this space until Jesus shows up.
That's exactly what he said.
Exactly what it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Where's the crack?
Did Rainwater tell y'all what this said about my name?
We are the sons and daughters of God, though.
Yes.
The son, man, the son people. Quit playing.
Yep.
Person one.
So
On a reference in Psalms,
that's what they were talking about. Yeah, especially go to Psalms with all that Ephah. In all through Psalms. All that, yeah. Go ahead. And Isaiah.
I'm missing Brother Collins here.
Yeah, me too. Class in my family, the lineage. I know that once I ask for it, it's done. I had to learn how to get out of the physical, and you know, I know it's done when I see it, right? That's how it normally is in the physical realm. I got to see it first. I can't live like that. You have to do it and know that it's done and see confirmation later. And I just have to keep moving in that.
Yeah.
And, so that's how I've had to learn how to live in this spirit realm on the earthly plane. And the confirmations I get from you all is greatly needed. Ashe. And thank you, matriarch.
Ashe. Yeah, say my pleasure. My pleasure. Just a small amount of all the knowledge. Oh my goodness. I just want to help do what I can. Do what I can to make our lives better. I mean, we're supposed to be in the mansions, in the fortresses, in the castles, and have grandeur. That's how our ancestors have always lived. Our ancestors come again. Their blood is coursing through our veins. People will say, oh, my great aunt was a Cherokee. No, you are the same as your great aunt. Come on now. They didn't just disappear. You are here, right here and now, the same as your great aunt, the same as your grandmother, the same as your people. We have been taught that the Indians was the bad people and the cowboys. And understand this, a cow is a girl and a boy is a boy. What kind of name is that for a man? That's messed up. These people are twisted.
Can we see your face, matriarch?
Huh?
While you talking? I want to see the expression. Yeah.
I did have a little expression. Did you know that already? Didn't show up. I said, these people are twisted. So they got in our minds that we are going to be twisted just like them because the Indians didn't do anything but fight for their land. The Aborigines are not smart, intelligent people. That's why they had to go through our schools. We have to force them to go to our schools to take the inherent right out of them. But you can't do that because these people are the Hebrews and the ancient people. They know who they were, most of them. So it's our time to fix a whole lot of I want to say convulsion, but I don't think that's the right words, but we have been twisted, that's all. So now it's time to take everything back to where we are the top of the chart. We don't look like we can do it because that's what you taught us. And now we have to take all that you taught out and put the new stuff in, which is the ancient and original. The ancient and original is us. And we are here right now. And it's our time. This is the age of Aquarius. The things once lost, now found, is back. And that's us. And it's time for us. And we must do this with love. Love is the savior of the world. And love will consume these wicked, vile, malicious beings into dust. And I have seen so many skulls and faces in agony, and these are the ones that don't belong here.
Where'd you see those at?
In my fire, in the pot.
Wow.
So many thousands, it's thousands of them. They don't belong here. They must go. We have to love them to dust. Poof, be gone. That's simple. Who knew it was that simple? They knew it was that simple. We just didn't know it. Yeah, they knew it. We just didn't know it. But now we know you must be what you know.
The key that the ancestors showed me when they said deny all repentance. Ooh, that's what hurt them, because it's in our law, as it states in our ancient text, that you can be forgiven when you come back to who they call God. They took everything from us. The knowledge is still there. You have to know how to decipher what's real and what's not. But when I seen that individual come throw something at my house, and I sent the ancestors after him, and he was across the street praying with his head down, and the ancestors told me right then, deny his repentance. Ever since then, we've been moving mountains, because all they've been doing is doing wickedness. And if they feel like, it's coming back on them, they'll pray and repent and go back and do the same thing again.
Yeah. I see this in them old movies, or not old movies. I see this in them Christian movies that have two closets together, confession or whatever they want to call it. And the man just like say 6 Hail Marys and twirl your beads and that's it. And I'm like, oh, well, that just means I'll go do it again because there's no repercussions.
They
But now,
slice their bodies, mother. They cut parts of their bodies to symbolize them punishing themselves while they're repenting. So they go deep into the dark matter with their wickedness. Let us not forget. Yet nigh shall it come near the ancient ones, for we are the gods of this land, and the gods do walk and serve the sons and daughters of this land. Their wickedness is a type and shadow of the original. We are the original, isn't it so? And all that is within here for us, right here. So even in their own medical books, they tell us they have no here. They say, oh, it's calcified. We can't get here. We don't know what here is. So let us persecute and destroy our ancestors. So they go deep with their repentance. So yes, Your Majesty, we deny. Yes, we tear down their altars. We break asunder all of their works by the words of our mouth, by the unity of us coming together as one, and by our noble demonstration. Ashe.
Ashe, 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 Wa.
Ashe, wow.
Is that a correct?
I have an accent.
Got a little accent. Africa or Caribbean or somewhere in your DNA.
Yes, yes. When I came from the school of the prophets, my master, he was from the islands. So I can say I have some Caribbean. I didn't know I had an accent. It changes, let me tell you. It just depends on the mood.
Yeah, some ancient one from the Caribbean is coming through. I hear
Well, you know,
that.
did you know that all these states were different countries at one time?
Yeah, I seen something I was researching yesterday. King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Don't you know I almost jumped out of my chair? It's still called that.
It is. I had a friend from there.
That's us. That's my family. That came from the Holy Roman Empire. Right
Oh,
here. Yes, indeed.
They found our grandfather's grave over there, Pharaoh the second, the first and the second and the third, and they shipped them over there and said that they're from over there. That's why they gave them the passport. You can see the Pharaoh's passport online. Just Google it.
Yep. Our tribe has is the heirs of the ancient ones. One of our nobles, divination said, is a pharaoh, and he's my distant cousin. And my ancestors ruled the Holy Roman Empire and all the empires. All the empires were ruled by the same family lineage. Just under a different name. They spread throughout the world, but they came from ancient Kemet. So all of these revelations is really empowering to know that we're on the right track. And also I found out that all those who are in the tribe currently are from the same planet. So this is not the end for us. We came from a certain planet, and my family lineage ruled that planet as above, so below. And there's 13 other ruling families who they call down here Black nobility families. Those families also rule over the outer planets, the other planets. So divination is very important for us at this time to uncover the truth about who we are and what really happened. And so if we know where we came from, we know where we have to go. Ashe.
I say,
Ashe. Ashe.
know where we came from, know where we have to go.
Amen.
Maybe that's why they wanted us to learn from their schools.
Yeah, they wanted us to learn from their schools so they can have everything twisted because they changed one or two letters and figured that we'll never be able to find out. It's plausible deniability for us. Yeah, they got us, not all of us, but they got us thinking that we're Barbie dolls and Ken dolls and we have to wear our clothes like this and look like pilgrims. And I'm seeing it more and more. People look like pilgrims.
Yeah, they had to break the savage. They fought everything in reverse. They were the actual savage.
Yes.
But in the mind of the media, they had to make us look like the savage. Everything we did was natural, so that's savagery. That's wrong. We have to civilize these people and put them in our clothes and make them do what we want them to do. Forced assimilation. But they brought forced assimilation under the guise of Christianity through the Christian powers who killed, robbed, and beat and burned to get to where they are today.
And drank the blood and ate the flesh.
Yes, they did. They murdered with a cheerful heart.
Oh, that's horrible.
Say it again, Noble. I didn't hear you.
Said, and drink the blood and eat the flesh. That's horrible.
Noble says something.
I said they murder with a cheerful heart.
Yeah, exactly. That's because they're non-human beings. They're non-human beings. And we know exactly where they came from. I'll have to share some of our past sessions with you all. Divination has revealed a lot. And during this time of revelation, we've been having a lot of answers being brought to us through dreams, visions, and divination. So it's a wrap for them. This is why, they don't like people like me. Because I'm gonna keep going and going and fighting till I get to the bottom of it and find out everything, all the truth. Everything has to be unturned. I'm not satisfied until that happens. And the last thing they want to have happen is for the truth to actually come out. Everything we see and hear is just on the surface. It's always something else at play.
Yes, ma'am. I see that. I see that when the children are at school, they want to sugarcoat the truth so their children won't feel some kind of way, like your ancestors stole these people's land, and now you want to act like everything belongs to you.
They don't want them to feel guilty.
Right.
So change the curriculum. But the law has been written. All of that's going to answer itself as soon as we have enough law enforcement on the ground to enforce our imperial orders and our Aborigine charter. And the law of Ninti says to put our faces back where they belong. And that's what we're going to do. Ashe.
Yeah. Ashe. Ashe.
Amen.
Ashe.
The master revealed to me that they also don't want them to remember their own home. If you ask one of them, do you miss home? First you ask them, where are you from? Where are your ancestors before they immigrated here? They say, oh, maybe Britain or Ireland or England or somewhere like that, right? Germany or somewhere like that. And then the spirit asks them, don't you miss home? And you could see it in their expression. They don't know where home is.
Oh, they know.
The young generation has been so detached. So it's only imaginable that this power structure has usurped the land of those who they sent as colonizers. So they are stateless and they are homeless and they are desperate.
Whoa.
They're vagabonds.
You're muffled.
Yeah, vagabonds.
Fugitives, immigrants. Yep, they're bums.
They act like they don't know where they're from because they came from the caves, and they will never admit that. They know exactly where they're from.
That's why they always tell you,
I'm from Ireland, or I'm from Germany, or I'm from Iceland, or I'm from no, you're not. These are not your places. These are places that y'all colonized. It's
No,
not your home.
the mountains of those areas. They came from the Scott. They came from the Caucasus Mountains of Scotland. Those are the main ones that's a threat to us. Remember, you hadn't been missing those calls that we did on that. But those were the
Mm.
first ones to come out of the cave, and who was taught by a royal member of the ruling family, brought them out the caves against the law. And she made them her private army to work and do whatever, at her will. That's how things got messed up. They were there to just work and go back to the cave as laborers.
Mm.
The others were in the Ireland mountains, Scandinavian mountains. All of the mountains is where they dwelled. That's where they lived. That's why you hear about their bestiality. They're cannibals. The ones from Scotland are cannibals. This is what the problem is now that we have with all our have to have blood and flesh. They're cannibals in order for them to survive. That's why they are a great detriment to us. The other ones are really a detriment to us. They're going to go back to slavery and work for us. We may not make slaves, but they're going to be our subjects, and they're going to have to work for us. That's the law. That's the way it was meant. That's why they was brought to the planet from and by our ancestors for that purpose. No other purpose but to work for us as laborers. The other ones, the Scots, who are now the elites, who have been in power for the last 100 years, they are the ones that have to go. They are the ones that, are responsible for the trafficking, responsible for the millions of missing Indians and Aborigines from the land, and that do the rituals and blood sacrifices and things like that, because that's their nature. They don't have the same DNA as us. They don't have same body parts as us. They don't have a liver, spleen, anything like that. So that's what I mean when I say they're non-human beings. For years, when I would go to Africa and get the readings and protection from the African elders, they always told me that your enemies are not real people. I never understood what they meant until recently, this year. All has been revealed. So much has been revealed in this last year. This is why I know we are in the time of revelation. It's literally what that means. Things are going to be revealed. Things are that's why they don't want us outside. And they keep trying to cover up the sun. I'm doing rituals every day to keep the sun clear blue skies, because they keep bringing these planes, trying to, with the white smoke, sorcery, clouds, fake clouds, trying to cover up the sun and drop down poison. But they don't want the sun to reach us, to reach the pineal gland, because we're going to wake up naturally. So everything that they have hidden from us, it's coming back. Because as you said, matriarch, our ancestors' blood run through our veins. It's nothing they can hide from us. It's going to activate at some point. And that's the time we are in right now. Ashe. Yeah, you are too, Chief. You need to be speaking for us.
Yeah, that man speaks so elegant.
So shall it be.
You have such a dignified tone, voice.
Yeah, great narrator.
What kind of elixir is that, Noble? That helps you with your pineal gland?
This is colloidal gold.
Okay. Both of y'all putting up something. Noble Lorenzo put up something too. What's that?
Colloidal gold as well. Colloidal silver, copper, and zinc.
That's what's up.
Yes, ma'am.
The African elders, they always told me that your enemies are not real people. I never understood what they meant. Until recently, this year, all has been revealed. So much has been revealed in this last year. This is why I know we are in the time of revelation. It's literally what that means. Things are going to be revealed. Things are that's why they don't want us outside. And they keep trying to cover up the sun. I'm doing rituals every day to keep the sun clear blue skies, because they keep bringing these planes, trying to, with the white smoke, sorcery, clouds, fake clouds. Yeah, you are too, Chief. You need to be speaking for us.
That man speaks so elegant.
So shall it be.
You have such a dignified tone, voice.
Yeah, a great narrator.
Indeed. So you have stepped away, Lorenzo. I asked everyone on the call if I had their permission to play this back for the younger ones that we want to reach, so we can reach them and raise their vibration. Do I have your permission as well?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yeah. My phone went dead.
Okay. All right, good. So we need to reach as many of the youth as possible, because our infrastructure is done. Well, the main part of the foundation of resurrecting the empire is done. Now we're moving into our next phase. So now we have to reach the youth that is going to carry it forward, and that is going to walk in the image and likeness of what we represent. And that is teaching them how to rule again, having our government, which resurrected as a tribal imperial tribal government, same difference. And I guess that's the lineage that resonates within me. I brought that forward before I even knew about the imperial side of my lineage. I knew I had tribal lineage. So now that we have all of the pieces of the puzzle back together, all of the higher ups that were blocking me are on the same page. They know who I am on the ground. They know who I am in high places. They know what we're representing is authentic. There should be no more hindrances or obstacles and being told no, coming from our tribe. That's the difference. That's why I present an invitation in a certain way, because I know now that I will be attracting, the tribe did the video, that we will be attracting those that are a magnet for us, a mirror for us. So now that we have the core solidified, we now will be able to attract all those that are like us to bring this government and empire back into full fruition. And I'm just happy and excited that we are in that time of revelation, because it's definitely happening now as we speak. I keep my head down, in the paint. I'm always doing, my work, but I have to get back out to the public. That's what the ancestors are calling me to do. We have to help heal our people, inspire them, give them hope, and, bring our wisdom to them. So that's what I want to encourage all of you guys, all of you Moors and tribal members to do. Share with them the knowledge of what we have resurrected, because I didn't do this by myself. I just took the first step. Ashe.
Sure.
Right, matriarch? Anything you want to say to the Veddies before we go? Any words of wisdom? This is matriarch Amila Adla Bay. She is our matriarch. She was with the Moorish Science people for 45 years. Now she is with us, bringing her wisdom. Ashe.
Ashe, yes. There's always something I'd like to say. Welcome home. Simply put, it's just the beginning. A journey starts with the first step, and you brothers need to come home so we can build. We can build together, because it's a job that needs plenty people, and plus we need to learn all of our science. We need to learn these things together.
Yes, ma'am.
Islam. Yes, the science. Oh my goodness, the science. That's what Prophet Noble Drew Ali had. Moore's Holy Temple of Science.
Yes, ma'am.
That's where we are. The science. I yield.
You sure?
Thank you.
There's so much that I can say, but I want to yield. Today I was working on a paper dealing with the law, and I got stuck because I'm not home. I couldn't find my papers on jurisdiction. And then I found them, and I was like so lost. And I'm like, well, I already know this. No.
Just let it flow. Let it come out.
Let it come out. So that's where we are,
Well,
Yes.
this was a wonderful vetting session. Great
Yes.
gathering. We'll do it again next Sunday. I'm going to relieve you all, and I'm going to go and finish my work. You all know how to reach me, Chief and Lorenzo. You have my email. Make sure you get a Proton mail that's secure, and we'll touch base next week. Just email me if you want to, find out how to move forward. Ashe?
Ashe. Peace.
Ashe. All right, y'all. Peace and love. Have a good night.
Peace and love.
Ashe.